How's it going, everyone? My name's Dean. Welcome to the 222 World Cup. Once again, we take a look at the standings from the results halfway through this round. South Africa, Australia, Sri Lanka, all getting victories, putting themselves in that top three. We know South Africa have locked in a home final. We know Australia have almost locked in a finals position. And there's plenty to play for, with still technically 9 teams a mathematical chance at making the top 4 in the final round. So we've got 2 huge games coming up here today. Bangladesh taking on Ireland in one of them, and India taking on England in the second one. Let's begin today. Bangladesh and Ireland. In Bangladesh, they have the home match here. What will the result be? Bangladesh and Ireland, a huge game coming up here today. The 2-2 competition. Bangladesh, if they get a victory, they would almost sew up their finals position. But once again, it's all on the line for Ireland. It's a lot of pride. They would like to get another victory here. They've won the toss. Are they going to bat first? I think that's probably their strength. But no, they've given themselves an opportunity to bowl here and go, okay, if we can knock Bangladesh over very cheaply and quickly, we might be in with a chance of an upset victory here. So Iqbal to get in with the bat there. McCarthy going to be the man to bowl for Ireland. And we've got a game on our hands. Let's begin. Short ball pulled away. Going to start off with a boundary for Bangladesh. Is it? No, it's been saved. Just the 2 runs in the end. That's a good piece of fielding from the Irish. They would be pleased with that. It's just a single. They've kept them to 1. Sakar at the other end is now on strike, facing his first ball of it. McCarthy coming in, steaming in. That's a full one. It's pushed away. It's in the air, and it's 4 down to square leg or a boundary. Wasn't a bad delivery, that last one. Got it up there, pitched very close to a Yorker length ball, but not quite getting it there. McCarthy coming in again, pushed away to the offside with a real thumping drive, and that's another boundary for Sakar. 4 more to add to the total. Moves to 8 from 2, and he's probably been one of the finds of the tournament, Sakar, for Bangladesh, having a really good competition here, really good World Cup. So 9 runs already from 4 balls after that dot. This will make it 10 runs from 5, which is not completely beyond for Ireland to get an upset victory here, but 10 runs and over, they would take that. They would probably take 12 runs and over. I think anything more than that might be a little too beyond them, but 10 off the first over, not a bad effort. None for 10. And Murtagh to bowl the second over here. He's taken just the 1 wicket in the tournament, I think. 1 for 5, his best bowling figures. What has he got on the cards here? A nice delivery, a dot ball. Outside off, nice and full, allowing Sakar to get underneath it. So he's 9 now from 5 deliveries. They're slowing this run rate down with every delivery, Ireland. That one's just pushed away again for another single. So just 11 runs from 8 balls. And the Irish would fancy their chances. Slight change to the field here for Murtagh. What's he got on offer? That's down the leg side. But again, it's going to be a dot ball. It's trapping Iqbal, surprising him maybe with the short ball. Maybe just bounced a little higher than he thought and got a little inside edge onto his body there, resulting in no run. Murtagh in again. That is a full one. It is Yorker length. It is a wicket, and the Irish are up and about here in this one. Oh, get around him. 1 for 11 Bangladesh. Iqbal goes for just 1. And at the moment, Rahman to come in, averaging just the 21 runs in this competition for him. And Murtagh takes a wicket. Right now, Ireland are in position A. A lot of fielders on the offside. Got to be bowled out there. It's a top edge. There's a man getting underneath it. Sakar is out. Bangladesh all out for 11 by the Irish. What a contest we have on our hands. Can Ireland pull off an upset? Murtagh finished with figures of 2 for 1. Sterling took a couple of catches, 1 in the deep and 1 off the top edge. But could this be the biggest upset of the tournament? Ireland here taking on Bangladesh, who are playing for a final spot. A final spot is on the line here. 12 runs needed from 12 balls. Rahman bowling to Joyce. Oh, gee whiz. I thought he'd chopped on then. but it is a dot ball. But again, it's not a huge total. They can take their time here, Ireland. They don't need to go too hard, too early. That is a boundary. That is what they were looking for. Joyce hits the 4 and just reassesses and says, okay, relax for just one moment. We're in this. 4 off 2 balls. And again through the offside for a single. And every single run here vital for Ireland because it's under 1 run per ball. 7 required from 9. All they need is 11, first of all, just to match the total of the Bangladesh side. That is an appeal in haste. Well down the leg side, and I think there might have been an inside edge there as well. But as long as Ireland can remain ahead of this run-to-ball ratio, you can't see them losing this. So that one's pushed through the slips region. Could be a boundary. It's going towards the rope. It's going to be at least 2. Thought about the third, but decided against it. 7 runs from the first 5. Remember, it was the second over that Ireland really took the game by storm. Murtagh bowled 2 for 1 in that over. This one's high. It's in the air. Sterling, you didn't need to do it, mate. The fielder gets underneath it, takes the catch. Ireland lose their first wicket at the end of the first over. 1 for 7. This game is once again poised. You're just 4 runs away from tying it up. You don't need to do anything silly. Porterfield comes to the crease, having only made 12 runs in this competition. Ahmed to bowl, just needs 1 wicket, and he might get it here. Or is it over the top of the fielder? It is. It's 4. Porterfield has taken it on, and he might have just won the game for Ireland. Scores are level. 1 wicket, 11 runs, 1.1. That's a lot of ones there. Porterfield, 1 run to win. Is that an inside edge onto the pad? Oh, it's not out. We're going to take a look here. The appeal was strong. It was a strong appeal for LBW. Oh, it's pitching well outside leg. I don't know what I was going on about there, but if it wasn't, that was hitting straight into the middle stump. The pad getting in the way for Porterfield there. Ahmed so close yet so far. Porterfield, just 1 run needed, and he's been clean bowled. Ahmed takes the wicket, and we have a super over on our hands here. Wow, just off stump. Good night. We have a super over coming up. Can Ireland just hold on? Here's Joyce. He's made 28 runs in this competition so far. Rahman's taken 5 wickets. And dear, oh dear, the Irish thought they would have had this game. That's a dot ball to start. Geez, they were just 1 run away from getting there. And all of a sudden, it just changes things. The game's back on level peggings. That's a boundary from Joyce. That's what the Irish will be looking for. Geez, you can't script this sort of stuff. It's just, it's quite unreal, really. Rahman, bang again from Joyce. Same shot, same delivery, same result. 4 more runs. 8 already from 3 balls in this super over. Rahman's got to work out what he's doing. He can't bowl it short. Joyce will just pull him for 4. He does bowl it short. He goes over the slips this time for 4. 12 runs here off 4 balls, which is already a bigger total than both sides managed to put up in their opening 2 overs. And he goes down the ground this time in between the fielders for 4 more runs. 16 from the super over from Joyce. What a performance this innings has been. With 1 ball remaining, he's hit 4 fours. Make that 5 fours. No, it's going to be a single. They're going to get 2. 18 runs from the super over, all off the bat of Ed Joyce. What an effort. Can the Irish defend this total now? Gee, I tell you what, he made 5 in the opening innings, Joyce, and he looked alright. But when he came on in that super over, he looked a class above. 18 required. Iqbal, one of the players there that are going to try and get these runs. McCarthy going to be bowling, despite the fact that that bloke who bowled the second over actually bowled a better over and he took both wickets. But the trust has been given to McCarthy here, and the field has been hit for 4. Geez, I'm a bit concerned here with some of the Irish's tactics. Murtagh did take 2 for 1, but they've gone with McCarthy to bowl here. 18 runs required in this super over, and that is going to be another boundary. You can't afford sloppy fielding like that. 8 runs already from the opening 2 balls, 10 needed from the next 4. It's actually 11 needed. Iqbal on strike again. This one's pushed away for a single, so now 10 required from 3. Sakar on strike. Sumya Sakar, 46 runs in this tournament. One of the players who is doing a fantastic job. McCarthy coming in. And it's going to be a single. Huge. Huge, huge, huge. 9 needed from the next 2 balls. They have to be boundaries. Has to be a boundary here. A 6 would be ideal for Bangladesh. A 4 would do alright as well. And it's not going to be either of those. It's a single. The Irish, bearing any unforeseen problems here, should, I repeat, they should get the victory. But strange things have happened in this competition. Is that a no ball? No, it's not. It's a dot ball. The Irish have won. Have a look at the scenes here. They all come from everywhere to the man on the boundary. I don't know why, but Ed Joyce, the player of the match, hitting 18 runs in that super over. It was clutch plays all around, really. You had Murtagh take 2 for 1 to put Ireland in the strong position early, and then you had Rahman taking that wicket in the second over to just nullify, or was it? I think it was Ahmed taking that wicket to take it to the super over, and then Joyce just hits 18 runs in that super over, which was too much to bear for the Bangladesh side, and they only made 10, meaning they've been defeated. Ireland with a huge upset, and let's see how this affects the standings of this World Cup. So we take a look at the standings after that Irish victory over Bangladesh, and it just puts them in a very precarious position with 1 round to go. They're sitting in 4th. Australia still might not have wrapped up a place in the finals. They'll need to play for it in the final round. I think they might be playing England or South Africa or one of those strong sides. But right now, India will take on England. England win, they keep the hopes alive of 9 teams. That's right, 9 teams can still mathematically make the finals. England get a win here. It's huge. And if they do win, it's at least 7 in the running for it with 1 round to go. Huge game underway here, England and India. Let's take a look at the toss of the coin. It's going to be a dry day today, a bit of humidity as well. 32%, not a massive amount, and it's a hard pitch. Going to be good to make some runs, also good for a bit of bounce on that surface, and possibly a little bit of a double play. England have won the toss. They're going to be bowling first here against India. Huge. Once again, India deciding to keep Virat Kohli at number 3. This is Sharma. Mark Wood is going to be bowling here. He's got a nice record in this 2-2 competition of taking just the 1 wicket. Yet to take 2 wickets in the over. Rohit Sharma on strike at the moment. Bang, 6 to begin. You wouldn't believe it, but you would. It's a 6. So Wood really has to sort out either the field or the length he's bowling, because right there he's not great. It's going to be a dot this second ball. But again, it's just leaving it open for Sharma to really hit him for runs. Ooh, a bit of swing there for him. Dot ball again. Wood's recovered well after that first ball that went for 6 with a couple of dots. This one's chopped away. It's going to be just a boundary. Just 4 runs, because that fielder will not get to it. So 10 so far now. India, a strong start. 10 runs here from the opening 4 balls. That is a dot ball from the opening 5 balls. So I think we've probably worked out a pass score in these types of competitions is about 25. So just above that 12 runs and over score is something that teams think is very gettable. And right now, India, they're on 11, so they're probably on track to get that 25. Jake Ball going to be bowling the second over here. A bit of a field change for England. A lot of slips in. Not sure that they should be having so many men around the ball. This one's dropping short off the shot, but it is going to go over the top for 4. I think that man at mid-on was just a little bit too far in the circle, and a boundary is the result. So if Sharma's going to continue to hit runs, he's going to have to go over mid-off because mid-on is just a little bit further back. This one's more through point, and it's going to be another 4. So India moved to 19. And we said on track for 25 because you probably get a couple more runs in that second over. This has been a good start with back-to-back boundaries from Sharma in this second over. And a single. So Darwin will get his first strike with 3 balls remaining. India are none for 20. So they bring up that 20 here. He's made 28 runs here in this competition. So he's doing okay. A high score of 15, Shikhar Darwin, which is a match-winning score in of itself. But Rohit Sharma at the moment just casually on 20 down at the other end. As this one's whipped through the leg side for another boundary. Beats that man at third man, and they go to 24. So very close to that score. Oh, and a good ball from Jake Ball. Just a little bit shorter, squared him up. Couldn't allow him any room to have a crack at that one. And now Jake Ball to bowl the final delivery of the innings. It's been blocked by Darwin, which is confusing. So 24 runs is what India have made off their first couple of off their overs so far, which is going to be the par score we've said. So 24. That's 2 per ball, 4 from 3 from Darwin, but a big score of 20 from Rohit Sharma there. Then you've got Bairstow, Morgan, and Root to be batting for England. Johnny Bairstow has made runs once in this competition. He's made 8 runs. Maybe he's only batted once. He's averaging 8, so might have only had the 1 innings, or maybe 2. But anyway, he's been elevated to the position of opener here, and he's going to be opening the batting with Owen Morgan. As this one's whipped through the leg side to the fielder, and a wicket, so definitely not the wisest decision. As Bairstow goes, caught by Pandey, Kumar the wicket. England 1 for zip. And all of a sudden, their 2-2 World Cup hangs on the balance. Joe Root, an average of 3.67 in this competition, has just made 11 runs. Owen Morgan at the other end, probably their big hope here, England. But they're going to need something huge as Root just drives that straight to a fielder for a dot. 25 needed, 10 balls. They need 2.5 and over here. It's actually a big leg side gap. Don't know why that bowled it on the offside. Oh, actually, that's smart then, yes. But a single for Joe Root as they get their first runs of the day off just their 3rd delivery. So it's taken them a while. Here's Owen Morgan averaging 37. So he's only been dismissed once in this competition, Owen Morgan, I believe. And he has a very high average there of 37. So he's made 37 runs, only been dismissed once. And you can see straight away with the boundary, he's going to be the man for England to win the match. They're not going to get it from Joe Root. As much as they would probably love it, he's not going to be the one to save them just based on history here. As Mohan chips it, and it's out. Kumar gets the 2nd wicket. England all out for 5. They've had a rubbish tournament. That continues right now, and they are out of the running of the 2-2 competition. India win by 19 runs, push themselves possibly into a final spot with that victory. It is all happening at the moment. All happening. So that is a huge result there for India. Puts them into 2nd place with just 1 round of 2-2-2 competition remaining. We see South Africa have locked up their finals position. They'll finish in 1st regardless of what happens this round. India 5-3, net run rate of basically 0, sitting in 2nd. Australia, net run rate of negative 0.15, so close to that 0 run rate in 3rd position. Then we've got a host of teams with 4 wins. Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and the West Indies possibly playing off for 1 spot, possibly playing off for 3 spots. You don't know. And then you've got England, New Zealand and Pakistan possibly out of the running given their net run rates are poor, but Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and the West Indies, the most likely sides to make it from there. So mathematically, there's still 9 sides in the competition. Realistically, it's probably unlikely, and we're probably down to 6. So the final round we'll see Sri Lanka take on the West Indies. So they will actually be playing off for a spot in the finals. If Sri Lanka win, they're in. Lock them in. If the West Indies win, they are possibly in because of their net run rate. So they'll be playing off for that fourth place, resting fourth place. Bangladesh will be playing Pakistan. Actually, that means they're out then. It means England, New Zealand, and Pakistan are all out because once Sri Lanka and the West Indies have a winner, there's no way these sides can get on to 5 wins. So we are down to 6 sides. Then, after that Sri Lanka and West Indies match, Bangladesh will be playing Pakistan in order to keep themselves in the hunt for the finals. If they win, they could possibly make it. If they lose, they're officially out. Australia will be playing off most likely for a final spot when they take on South Africa. If they lose, they could still make it, but it just makes it a lot more difficult for them, and they'll probably play them if they were to finish then in 4th position. England will play New Zealand as a battle to try and get into maybe 5th at best, and India will take on Ireland in the final game before the final series in order to wrap up this competition. So you'd think India will get a win to lock themselves into the finals. You'd think that Sri Lanka and West Indies, the first game of the round, arguably the most critical game of the round. I'll see you guys later, and we will continue with the final round before the finals of the 2-2-2 competition.